What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the UFC 298 main event, which is Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. I'm going to give you my official prediction. Obviously, not starting off on the right foot with my last prediction between Dricus du Plessis and Sean Strickland. I'm 0 for 1 so far in the year 2024, but it's okay. It's okay. There's always room for improvement, and this one I'm still not confident in, to be quite honest with you. I'm going to give you a prediction, you know what I mean? But I'm not insanely confident. I'm not. I think that this is definitely one that I could get wrong, and I can start off the year 0-2. Because Ilia Topuria is a fucking machine. He is somebody that you should not fuck around with and not bet against. But I am deciding to bet against him because I'm obviously picking Volkanovski. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Ilia Topuria gets the job done and he becomes the new featherweight champion. Because right now, it seems like a lot of people, even though Volk is the current favorite right now, he is the betting favorite. I've seen a lot of people in the MMA YouTube space pick against Volkanovski. And I'm going to be one of the few that picks him to win this fight. And listen, I am not confident in this. I'm picking Volk based off just his overall fight IQ and his overall game. And I'm going to get into break every single round down, how I feel like the fight is going to go. But listen, I could be completely wrong, and in the first round, Topuria starches him and we get a new champion. I can definitely see that happen. You know, anything can happen in this fight. Anything can happen in the fight game. You know, Volk is not getting any younger. I believe he's now past the age of 35 years old, and I think that doesn't bode well for people in the featherweight division. I think, you know, when it comes to the track record of the featherweight division, nobody over the age of 35 has been successfully defended their title or something like that. There was like some statistic or whatever the fuck. But anyway, so obviously it seems like the odds are against Volkanovski because, you know, coming off a knockout loss is really, really tough, especially it happening just a few months ago. I mean, it happened in October. For the love of God, we are going to be in February. I mean, that's not too much time to kind of recuperate and you know, come back after that. It's too quick of a comeback for Volkanovski, in my honest opinion. But if anybody can do it, it is Alexander Volkanovski. Alexander Volkanovski has the best fight IQ in all of MMA, in my honest opinion. And if anybody can make adjustments, it is Alexander Volkanovski. I mean, he bounced back after losing to Makhachev the first time. He bounced back in a brilliant way against Yair Rodriguez, and he was able to get a TKO victory. Great stuff. And now he's coming off a knockout loss to the same person, which is Islam Makhachev. And, you know, it's a lot different this time. I understand. But Volkanovski is going to utilize everything that he has, which is his grappling. And I think that's what he's going to do in this fight. He's going to utilize the grappling. He's not going to stand all that much with Ilia Topuria in this fight. Because he shouldn't. He should not. Because that's one, you know, listen, in the department, I believe they're pretty even when it comes to the striking. But I think when it comes to power, Topuria has it. Topuria does have knockout power. I mean, he's put people out. I mean, he kept continuously dropping Josh Emmett. I mean, literally 10-7 him in one of the rounds. I mean, one of the judges gave literally a 10-7 to him, even though it really wasn't a 10-7, it was a 10-8. Still impressive nonetheless. Not taking anything away from Ilia Topuria. But Volk is going to grapple and he's going to clinch with Topuria. I think in the early rounds, in the first round, it's going to be a feel-out process. He might not shoot. He could possibly shoot for a takedown in the first round, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I think he's going to want to clinch with him, and he's going to try to keep him on the cage and not stand whatsoever. I don't think that Volk really should stand, especially in the first 2-3 rounds. You know, you have to gas out Topuria in some sort of way and just try and test out his grappling, his takedown defense. And I give Topuria some credit. Topuria has pretty good takedown defense for what we've seen so far from him. He does. I mean, Bryce Mitchell really did not do anything to Ilia Topuria at all. You know what I mean? And he was able to stand with him, and then he eventually knocked him out. You know what I mean? And that was a great performance by Ilia Topuria. That's one thing. But he has not fought a grappler. Even though Bryce Mitchell is a fantastic grappler, I think when it comes to the grappling, Volk is on another level, in my honest opinion. And we're going to see if he's able to stuff the takedowns. And I believe in the second round, eventually I think Volk is going to be able to take him down. And then one thing about Volk that's so great is that when he takes you down, he keeps you there. He's able to do damage on the ground as well. And I think in the second round, that's where he gets to take down. I think that's where he shoots, and that's where he gets to take down. And Topuria is going to struggle getting back up. I don't think he might be able to get back up later on, but it's going to be a while. One thing about Volk is that he keeps you there for quite some time, and he did that against Yair Rodriguez. He did that against Brian Ortega as well. So one thing about Volkanovski is that he keeps you there. And I think that's what he's going to do in the second round. The first round is going to be a little bit of a feel-out process, obviously. You know, Topuria might go out guns blazing. I wouldn't be surprised. But Volkanovski, he's probably going to try and clinch if he does try to go guns blazing, trying to go off on a knockout early on in the first round. And he's going to try and clinch and maybe shoot for a takedown. But in the second round, I think he is going to shoot, and he's going to successfully get a takedown. And he's going to win the round. In the third round, same thing. I think you have to continue to grapple with Ilia Topuria. Make him uncomfortable. Shoot. Get close to him. You know, you have to stay away from the knockout power and stay away and don't stand with him whatsoever if you're Volkanovski. You can't do that. You cannot, because he can put you out. He's still dangerous in the third round. That's why I think he should shoot on Topuria as much as he possibly can. Pretend you're fucking Khabib Nurmagomedov, Alexander Volkanovski. For the love of God, please. And I think that's what he will do. Because the fight IQ of Volk, he knows that a guy like Topuria is nothing, it's nothing to mess around with. And he should continue to try and take him down. And I think he'll be successful in these takedowns. He will. And eventually, in the later rounds, the fourth or fifth round, you could then maybe strike, because Topuria might get gassed with all the grappling that he has to do. And one thing about Volk's, his stamina, his endurance is fantastic. And I'm not saying that Topuria is not, his endurance is pretty good too. He doesn't really get gassed that quickly. You saw that against Josh Emmett. He was able to pretty much keep up a solid pace throughout every single round. But when it comes to the grappling department, that tires you out. And one thing about Volkanovski, he doesn't get tired out easily. So I think he's still going to be relatively fresh going into the later rounds, if it does go to the later rounds. And I think he might stand with him later on, and he, depending on how he sees Topuria, if Topuria looks kind of gassed, I think he will stand with him and try and get the knockout. But I definitely still want to see him grapple throughout the entirety of the fight. And I think he's going to do that, and he might stand with him and have some success. But I think it's going to be a unanimous decision victory. I think it's going to be a 49-46 victory for Alexander Volkanovski. But I'm not entirely confident, obviously, because Topuria is a fucking animal, and I'm fucking nervous for Volk. To be honest with you, I am nervous for Volk. Because, I mean, listen, how the first round goes is it will tell how the fight will go. The first round, if Volk gets tagged, I mean, it could be over right then and there. I don't know if he's able to take the shots of Ilia Topuria. That's the biggest problem. I believe that he will get there before Topuria gets to him. That's what I'm hoping on. That's what I'm betting on right now. And I hope that happens, because, I mean, listen, I'm a Volk guy. I'm a Volk fan. He's my second favorite fighter of all time, probably. And I want him to win this fight. I want him to continue on and further his legacy and continue to win. And it will be fantastic for him, especially beating a guy like Topuria is big time for his legacy and big time for him. I mean, to me, he's the featherweight GOAT already. Win or lose this fight, I still think he is the featherweight GOAT. But that's besides the point. So we have to see how that first round goes, and that's what I believe, the fight will go on from in the later rounds. And if Volk is able to stay away and not get hit that much or not get hit clean by Topuria, I think he can get the job done. I do believe in Volk. Don't get me wrong. Volk is, one of the best fighters on the planet. But the problem is one shot is all it takes for Topuria, to be quite honest with you, and it could be over for Alexander Volkanovski. And if I'm wrong about this prediction, I'll be devastated, obviously. I mean, I was completely devastated. I can even put the video, link it. how I felt about, Volk losing to Islam Makhachev the second time, him getting knocked out. I mean, I was fucking devastated. And if he gets knocked out here and loses his featherweight championship, I mean, bro, I'm witnessing the fall off of one of my favorite fighters. So it fucking sucks. So I'm hoping that Volk, can bounce back from that last loss, that last, KO loss, and he's able to get the job done. And I'm picking him to win. I'm going to say that he wins 49-46. I think that he might lose the first round. I think that there might be a little bit of success. It's not going to be where he gets hit clean, but there might be a little bit of success for Topuria in the beginning of the round, and that pretty much secures the round for him. And but I think in the last 4 rounds is going to be all Volkanovski. And I think Volk is going to be able to tire him out and be able to dominate him in the later rounds. And he gets a unanimous decision victory, 49-46 for Volkanovski. That is my official prediction. Unanimous decision for Volk. But let's see what happens. I am completely nervous for Volk. My heart will be fucking racing when the fight happens. Because, shit, Topuria is a fucking machine. Like I said, he is nobody to mess around with. So let me know what you guys think. Who you guys have winning this fight? Is it Volk or is it Topuria? Let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys, by the way, for the support on my last, the past few weeks. The beginning of 2024 has been great for me, so I'm thankful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon with another video. Peace out.